We're gearing up for baseball season, so I wanted to a little bit of change of pace here with my A's and Giants Battle of the Bay poster from back in '89. But really wanted to just highlight a couple of things going on in the market right now as we're continuing to see prices drop internationally for modules. You got cubic PV that ended up pulling back on their cell facility here in the U.S. that they were going to be building, both because of wafer and cell prices absolutely plummeting internationally and construction costs in the U.S. And I think the reality is we're going to continue to see pullback of some of these announced manufacturing facilities, both within the kind of module space as well as some of the cell wafer and other components. We might end up seeing some of this on the battery storage side as well, particularly some of the facilities that were announced for EV manufacturing. As much as the IRA put together some enormous and very generous financial incentives for building this, just with market conditions, particularly with a lot coming out of China, it's going to be very, very difficult for these factories to be economical, even with great incentives, as we're continuing to see massive oversupply and increased production coming from overseas. So going to be very interesting to see what happens there. And of course, Meyer Burger, a victim internationally, they closed down their European manufacturing facility and they're going all in the United States. Hopefully they are able to lower their production costs here enough to be competitive. Going to be a bit of a challenging market, but they do have an amazing product and in their market segments in the residential and commercial space. Hopefully there is enough value there that they can be competitive. We're looking in the market and continuing to hear that there is massive oversupply and inventory both in the US and abroad. Of course, a lot of that inventory is maybe a little bit aged, especially on the utility scale side of the market. People are really moving towards TopCon, and we've got a lot of PERC and mono stuff floating around. So you might see a fire sale on some of that existing inventory. While for utility scale projects, I don't think you're going to see a lot of price pressure on for the folks that are looking for, again, TopCon modules coming in. But it's going to be an interesting ride. Stay buckled up on the solar coaster.